Even the pores on her skin, is she soft or is she hard?
Japan has remained at the forefront of robotics technology for a while now, and continues to maintain its position. Let's take a look at the latest happenings in the Japanese robot sphere. Japan's forestry industry tests robots. The yellow four-legged robot walks up a grass slope, then marches through a forest full of twigs. It even mounts a stump and then climbs down unassisted. It's part of a trial run by Forestry and Forest Products Research Institute and SoftBank Corp., using robots produced by Boston Dynamics. The goal: find a solution to Japan's chronic labor shortage in the forestry industry. If successful, it could increase reforestation in the country and help Japan achieve its carbon neutrality goals. Forestry work is mostly manual, and today's workers are aging and declining in number, so researchers are hoping that the robots will be able to help humans monitor and maintain Japan's forests. A group of Japanese researchers launched a field test last month to incorporate these electric-powered quadrupeds to improve the safety and operational efficiency of forestry work. The robots use geospatial data, Wi-Fi, and other communication technologies to cover vast areas of land independently. In recent years, the government has been backing smart forestry initiatives which use robots and other tech to improve communication, reforestation efforts, and disaster recovery. The trial runs will be conducted twice before the end of this year, one in Shimokawa, Hokkaido, and the other in Tsukuba, Ibakari Prefecture. MHI tests using robots at mall. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Limited and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Machinery Systems Limited have begun testing of an automated valet parking system at a large-scale commercial facility near Tokyo. The system employs automated guided vehicle, or AGV robots, dubbed STAN, manufactured by Stanley Robotics, a French venture-backed company. The event marks the first application of this type of autonomous vehicle handling system in a commercial complex in Japan. The testing is taking place in a designated parking zone at Shisui Premium Outlets, an outlet mall located in Chiba Prefecture, which is operated by Mitsubishi Estate. Vehicles will be transported autonomously by AGV robots in an environment close to actual application to verify handling performance and evaluate user satisfaction. MHI Group said it is targeting nationwide deployment of automated valet parking systems as well as automated systems for transporting finished vehicles. Working in collaboration with Stanley Robotics, a world leader in the development and deployment of automated valet parking systems using AGV robots, MHI has been undertaking demonstration testing since October 2021. The AGV robot STAN equips with a platform that lifts the vehicle's four wheels and automatically transports the vehicle indoors or outdoors. This robot started commercial operation in 2018 in a parking garage at Lyon-Saint-Exupéry Airport in France and has subsequently gone into service at Gatwick Airport in London. Yakiniku chain introduces VTuber meat delivery robots. While use of robots in the service industry is by no means a new topic in Japan, there has been an observable uptick in gravitation towards it due to some preference for contactless customer-server interaction during the pandemic. An example of this has been server and delivery robots, as seen by one ramen chain's ramen robot staff. Popular yakiniku chain Watami is embracing the same trend with a twist. For a limited time, the nationwide grilled meat dining chain has been offering VTuber server robots. From June 13 to July 10, select Watami locations, Ikebukuro Seibu East Exit Store, Kokubunji South Exit Store, Kawagoe Cree Mall Store, and Sakado North Exit Ekimai Store in Japan were offering virtual servers using the KetiBot, a large-screen touch tablet-equipped food delivery robot. The robots, fitted with a screen that displays the personality of one of 3 selected VTubers, will greet and guide customers. After the customer is seated, the robot will provide an explanation of the restaurant and first order to the customer using the large touch order screen mounted on the robot in a pre-recorded video by the VTuber, which is in hope of cutting down on customers waiting for staff. Of course, human staff is also on hand to make sure things run smoothly. The 3 VTubers who will be displayed as attached personalities to the staff robot were selected from a vote on the live streaming app Reality. AI robot chef leads pasta cooking in restaurant. A 4th-generation AI chef in Japan can prepare pasta rapidly and serve customers on time and has worked at the restaurant for 4 years. The AI chef was developed by the robotics firm TechMagic and the Japanese cafe owner Pronto Corporation. It can not only boil water and make pasta, but also clean up afterward. P-Robo is the name of the robotic chef, as was initially reported by Food and Wine. With 4 pans at its disposal, it can quickly prepare and cook pasta meals to serve its clients on time. P-Robo, which stands for Pronto, can quickly create an incredible 90 meals every hour when functioning at full capacity, making it quicker than fast food. Starting with frozen pasta, the robotic chef quickly defrosts each dish in only 10 seconds before heating it and making the sauces. P-Robo is an actual multitasking machine since it only takes 75 seconds to create the first dish and 45 seconds to serve each subsequent dish. Although China and the United States now control the self-driving vehicle market, Japan prides itself on pioneering the world of cooking robots by integrating its industrial and culinary heritage. The robot has been relentlessly working in the kitchen of E Vino Spaghetti for 4 years and is a 4th-generation release. The restaurant is not entirely automated, despite Japan Today's claim that it was partly developed to address concerns with human resource development in the food business. In the next 5 years, Pronto claims that they want to install P-Robos in up to 50 restaurants and provide P-Robos to other restaurant chains. That is consistent with TechMagic's general strategy for deploying its robots to address issues in restaurants. How human-like do we want robots to be? From the $6 million man to RoboCop to the Terminator, Hollywood has produced a pantheon of memorable cyborgs. These hybrids tend to destroy society or save it according to their own goals. But they fascinate for the same reason. They blurred the lines between humans and robots in ways that have never happened in our history, but just might be part of our future. Fully functional cyborgs are still quite a ways off, but scientists are pioneering a new way to commingle human and machine. A Japanese team has designed a robotic finger that's covered with living skin grown from actual human skin cells. The process gives the robotic appendage an extremely lifelike look, not least because the skin can move and flex naturally as the 3-joint digit does. To the touch, the skin also feels far more like human skin than silicone robot skins and can even heal when cut or split. To create the lifelike appendage, Takeuchi and colleagues crafted a kind of skin tissue cocktail, and then molded the material around the artificial finger to produce seamless and natural-looking coverage. Application of the skin was a 2-part process. The team first mixed collagen and human dermal fibroblasts, the 2 main ingredients in our skin's connective tissues. The finger was submerged in this solution, and while culturing in an incubator for 3 days, this artificial dermis adhered to the digit as the tissues naturally shrank to produce a solid, close-fitting coating over the finger. This coating served as a foundation for the molding and application of a second coat, an epidermis, made up of the same human skin cells that comprise some 90% of our own skin's outer layer. The second solution was poured on the finger multiple times, from different angles, and left to culture for 2 weeks to produce the finished product. Just how human do we want robots to look? We leave that to you. Drink stocking robots help convenience store chain. Japan will see a sharp increase in convenience store robots over the next year, with the addition of drink-stocking robotic assistants at 300 Family Mart convenience stores across metropolitan areas. The robots, dubbed TEKST, are being provided by Japanese robotics manufacturer TEKST and can stock up to 1,000 bottles and cans per day. They harness an AI system, known as Gordon, to detect when stock gets low and identify popular drinks for replenishment. TEKST will remotely operate and monitor the robots, addressing any maintenance or general inquiry issues from there, and can take over control of the robots if an unexpected problem arises. Japan is known for its small 24/7 convenience stores selling drinks, snacks, and other small items. Deploying TEKST robots in these stores would help meet a growing labor shortage and take some of the pressure off of human staff members working around the clock. The decline in Japan's labor population is one of the key management issues for Family Mart to continue stable store operations, said Tomohiro Kano, Family Mart's general manager of the store development department. The introduction of TEKST robots into Family Mart stores will eliminate the need for store employees to replenish beverages in refrigerators, and the newly created time can be reallocated to customer service and shop floor enhancement, leading to higher quality store operations. Following this rollout, Telexistence also has its sights set on wider expansion to US stores, as well as further rollout in Japan. Conspiracy theory goes viral. The internet loves nothing more than a good conspiracy theory, and now there's a new one to add to the list. A woman has claimed that 4 artificially intelligent robots took the lives of 29 scientists in a lab in Japan in 2017. Journalist and conspiracy theorist Linda Moulton Howe told the story at the Conscious Life Expo in Los Angeles, and a video from the event has now gone viral after it was circulated on social media. In her speech about artificial intelligence and alien encounters, Howe recalls a phone call she said she had with a former Marine who had been working for the CIA. She said, at a top robotics company in Japan, 4 robots being developed for military applications ended 29 human lives in the lab, and they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. I didn't know there was any other kind. Howe added, the scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots and took apart the third, but the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how it could rebuild itself even more strongly than before. This is serious Linda, but you're not going to hear about this in the news. The robotics company has too much to lose, and the government wants AI robot soldiers. Robots patrol Tokyo government building. It was way back in 2018 when one reporter bumped into a robot security guard patrolling the platform of Seibu Shinjuku Station. While it looked more like a big floor scrubber than RoboCop and was simply undergoing a test run at the time, it still heralded the beginning of robotic security in Japan in some ways. And now, a team of 3 autonomous patrol robots reported for permanent duty at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building on August 11. These particular robots are SQ2 models made by SecSense in Tokyo. Their AI can detect people and obstacles to avoid collisions while going about their predetermined patrol routes, and they have several onboard cameras that broadcast video directly to human security personnel at a central location. They also have a hand sensor that can put you in touch with guards of the flesh for help or general inquiries. Also, when their batteries run low, they'll automatically seek out and link up with a charging port, during which time they will continue to monitor with their cameras, including that spinning one on their heads that not only makes 3D maps of their surroundings, but makes them look like the robot from Lost in Space. Indeed, creating a robot that could handle all the duties of a normal security guard, including the interpersonal ones, would drive up the price considerably. Besides, replacing all human jobs with robots brings a slew of other socioeconomic problems. These robots instead fill labor shortcomings at an affordable price where needed. In this case, a manager with the Tokyo Metropolitan Government confirmed, "We introduced this system as a measure to solve a shortage of security personnel." It's a sign once again that, in Japan, robots in the workplace are increasingly taking the form of avatars, from which a smaller number of humans can do labor remotely. Construction. Transformer robots replacing humans. The Transformers, those multifunctional human-like robots that have engaged millions of imaginations as cartoons, action figures, and blockbuster summer movies, are no longer just a cute facet of childhood nostalgia. They're the future of industry. A number of companies and academics worldwide are developing Transformer-like humanoid robots to replace humans in construction and engineering. But this isn't some dystopian nightmare. The goal is to make work that ranges from tedious to outright dangerous easier for humans, a technological advancement similar to electricity or computing. A Japanese robotics startup named Jinki Itai has introduced a giant humanoid robot which is designed to perform construction tasks, from assembling buildings to carrying out maintenance duties such as fixing power lines or replacing road signs. A human operator wears a VR-type headset to control the robot's movements in sophisticated ways, applying force that the robot then articulates through its arms. It's scheduled to be released to the market in 2024. There are 2 reasons why we are focusing on humanoid robots. One is the appearance, which appeals to so many people. Secondly, humanoid robots with 2 hands are the easiest to handle for humans, said the founder and president of Jinki Itai. Many people think that robot technology wasn't advanced enough then, but the technology did exist. The problem was that it had not been implemented in society. I decided to create something that we could use on a regular basis. New York is turning into Japan. The pandemic placed a spotlight on America's older population as the demographic most at risk of falling seriously sick from COVID over the past 2 years. But compounding the risk of infection in adults over 65 is a trickier problem: loneliness. Enter robots. Recently, the New York State Office for the Aging announced plans to distribute robot companions to over 800 older adults in the state. The office's mission is to improve seniors' access to non-medical support services that maximize their ability to age in their communities while avoiding high levels or publicly financed care. Over a quarter of adults aged 60 and over live alone. As the large baby boomer generation reaches retirement age, that percentage is only going to grow, and with it, the need for senior care services. The idea of senior assisting robots is nothing new. Japan, a country that has long felt the weight of its large elderly population, has been investing in the technology for decades. There's Paro, for example, a companion robot launched in 2004 and designed by Japan's National Institute of Advanced Industrial Science and Technology. It looks like a baby harp seal and weighs about the same as a newborn. Using sensors that monitor light, temperature, sound, and touch, the robot can mold its behavior to user preferences and even learn to recognize often repeated words. The robots, set to be distributed by NY Sofa, can also respond to users and base behaviors on collected data. Called Elec, the robots work like other AI-based household devices that have become commonplace in recent years, like Siri or Amazon's Alexa. It's another countertop appliance with a focus on communication, just a bit more interactive. Elec consists of 2 parts: an illuminated face that holds a microphone and speaker that can move to look at users, and a separate touchscreen tablet that can facilitate video communication. Japanese snake robot goes where humans can't. Japanese robotics company Hybot has unveiled a nimble snakebot capable of moving inside air ducts and other narrow places where people can't or don't want to go. The ACM R4H robot, designed for remote inspection and surveillance in confined environments, uses small wheels to move, but it can slither and undulate and even raise its head like a cobra. The new robot, which is half a meter long and weighs in at 4.5 kilograms, carries a camera and LEDs on its head for image acquisition and can be fitted with other end effectors such as mechanical grippers or thermo-infrared vision systems. Despite its seemingly complex motion capabilities, the control of the robot is quite simple and doesn't require too much training, says robotics engineer and Hybot co-founder Michel Guarnieri. All degrees of freedom can be easily controlled by a game-style joystick, including the motion of recovering from an upside-down position. The company says applications include the inspection of ducts, pipes, and ceilings, as well as remote surveillance and security. Indeed, we bet the CIA and other spy agencies could find some uses for this bot. Who's really in control? Humans have long been known to sympathize with the machines or computer representations they operate. Whether driving a car or directing a video game avatar, people are more likely to identify with something that they perceive to be in control of. However, it remains unknown how the attitudes represented in the autonomous behavior of the robots affects their operators. Now, researchers from Japan have found that when a person controls only a part of the body of a semi-autonomous robot, they are influenced by the robot's expressed attitudes. Researchers at the Department of Systems Innovation at Osaka University tested the psychological impact of remotely operating certain semi-autonomous robots on humans. These telepresence robots are designed to transmit the human voice and mannerisms as a way of alleviating labor shortages and minimizing commuting costs. For example, a human operator may control the voice, while the body movements are handled automatically by a computer. Semi-autonomous robots have shown potential for practical applications in which a robot's autonomous actions and human teleoperation are jointly used to accomplish difficult tasks. A system that combines the intentions of different agents, such as an algorithm and a human user, that are collectively used to operate a single robot is called collaborative control, first author Tomonori Kubota says. In the experiment, the team investigated whether the attitude of the teleoperator would align more with that expressed by the semi-autonomous robot when they controlled a part of the robot's body. Beforehand, experimental participants were asked to rank a set of 10 paintings. They were then assigned to one of 3 conditions for controlling a human-like robot. Either they operated the robot's hand movement, ability to smile, or did not control the robot at all. They were then shown the android speaking to another participant who was actually collaborating with the experimenters. The android recommended the painting that had been ranked 6th, and the experimenters recorded how much this influenced the robot operator's subsequent ranking of that painting. This study reveals that when a person operates a part of the body of an android robot that autonomously interacts with a human, the person's attitudes come to closely align with the robot's attitudes, senior author Hiroshi Ishiguro says. XPeng Robotics brings in $100 million. XPeng Robotics just announced that it raised $100 million in Series A funding. The company is an affiliate of XPeng Inc. and is a key part of the company's mobility ecosystem. XPeng plans to use the funding to strengthen its full-stack research and development investment in robotic hardware and software. The company's first product will be a quadruped robot with autonomous navigation and equipped with a robotic arm. Unlike other quadruped robots on the market, XPeng isn't intended for industrial inspection tasks or entering dangerous areas. The company's quadruped is intended to act as a companion with the ability to give care, entertain, and transport. The pony-like robot has a front knee and rear elbow, which gives it its pony-like gait. The robot will be equipped with visually aided voice control, intelligent driving, target tracking, and is able to handle a range of different kinds of terrains. Development of the robotics sector is propelled by breakneck progress in science and technology. XPeng Robotics is committed to establishing a holistic ecosystem for intelligent robots. The completion of our Series A fundraising reflects the capital market's expectations and is a vote of confidence in the prospects for this sector. It also represents the full recognition of our strength in R&D, as well as our capability for future commercialization, Shuji Zhen, CEO of XPeng Robotics, said. Robot fish gobble up microplastics. Robot fish that eat microplastics may one day help to clean up the world's polluted oceans, says a team of Chinese scientists from Sichuan University in southwest China. Soft to touch and just 1.3 centimeters in size, these robots already suck up microplastics in shallow water. The team aims to enable them to collect microplastics in deeper water and provide information to analyze marine pollution in real time, said Wang Yuyan, one of the researchers who developed the robot. We developed such a lightweight miniaturized robot. It can be used in many ways, for example in biomedical or hazardous operations, such a small robot that can be localized to a part of your body to help you eliminate some disease. The black robot fish is irradiated by a light, helping it to flap its fins and wiggle its body. Scientists can control the fish using the light to avoid it crashing into other fish or ships. If it is accidentally eaten by other fish, it can be digested without harm as it is made from polyurethane, which is also biocompatible, Wang said. The fish is able to absorb pollutants and recover itself even when it is damaged. It can swim up to 2.76 body lengths per second, faster than most artificial soft robots. We are mostly working on collection of microplastics. It is like a sampling robot, and it can be used repeatedly, she said. Robot delivers goods to Tsukuba homes. A self-driving wheeled robot can now deliver groceries and daily necessities to about 1,000 households in central Tsukuba, Japan. The delivery service, provided by Rakuten Group Inc., Panasonic Holdings Corp., and Seiyu Co., started on May 28 and covers an 850-meter radius from the Tsukuba Takizono outlet of the Seiyu supermarket chain. The deliveries are made only on Saturdays, and the service is said to end on July 30. The delivery robot measures 117 centimeters long, 65 centimeters wide, and 115 centimeters tall. It has a loading space inside its body with a capacity of 114 liters, which is more than enough for the contents of 2 shopping baskets. The unit can also carry refrigerated and frozen items. The robot uses a sensor and camera to check its surroundings and stops automatically when it nears pedestrians and other objects. It even makes such announcements as, "I'm passing through," and "I'm making a right turn" on its delivery runs. When it arrives at its destination, the customer enters a PIN number to open the compartment on the side of the robot and collect the items. More than 2,000 types of products can be carried by the robot. Orders can be made via smartphone on an exclusive website, and deliveries can arrive in 30 minutes at the earliest. Customers can also select the delivery time slot with a 1-hour window between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. A handling fee of around 85 cents, including tax, is added to the price of the products for each delivery. Demand for product delivery will grow due to the aging of society, a Rakuten representative said. But because a shortage of delivery staff is also expected, robots will have a bigger role to play.
Yayoi Kusama robot, the two-pack hologram of 2023? The most social media-friendly artist of all time has gone viral yet again. Animatronic versions of Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama on display in the window of Louis Vuitton stores have been covered extensively in art media and shared widely on social media sites. The robots, which widen their eyes and grimace while miming brushstrokes, are deceptively lifelike. "I don't know anything about Kusama," wrote one commenter on Instagram, "but she doesn't look happy. This person in the window, almost like she wants to cry. What's the story here?" The story is that Kusama has collaborated with luxury fashion brand Louis Vuitton again, following an earlier collab in 2012. The new collection of over 450 items has received a powerful marketing push, including an immersive polka-dotted pop-up in the meatpacking district, a huge digital screen takeover in Tokyo's Shinjuku district, and cameos from supermodels Bella Hadid, Gisele Bündchen, Fei Sun, and Dion Aoki, among others. Several social media commenters asked, insinuated, or argued that the fashion giant was exploiting the 93-year-old artist, who has voluntarily lived in a psychiatric facility in Tokyo since 1977. Kusama has described her early art practice as a way of making sense of hallucinations she experienced during a troubled youth. She spied on her cheating father for her mother, only for her mother to turn on her. She was 12 when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, 16 when nukes fell on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. With Kusama no longer appearing in public or giving interviews, her appearance in robot form feels morbid, reminiscent of the two-pack hologram that appeared at Coachella in 2012, 16 years after the rapper's passing. Farmers to put tech to work. From robots to artificial intelligence and blockchain-based marketing, technological innovation is increasingly being harnessed in Japan to improve farming methods and create a more sustainable industry. Among those embracing the digital trend is Metagri Labo, a community launched in March 2022 that aims to merge agriculture and blockchain technology to increase farming revenues while revitalizing regional areas. The group is working to make decentralized finance an umbrella term used to describe peer-to-peer financial interactions using smart contracts, a reality in the agricultural industry by 2024, with the launch of its first non-fungible token project in partnership with farmers in April 2022. The collaborative project, with a watermelon farm in Kumamoto Prefecture, issued 20 limited edition Metagri Labo Suica Collection NFTs, with actual watermelons and other benefits delivered to those who purchase them. The expanding community has since issued similar agricultural NFTs for tomato, grape, and rice farmers, with the sale of a collection of circus-themed NFTs to support the revitalization of Nakajima, an island off the coast of Ehime Prefecture, one of the latest projects. Going from cyberspace to outer space, Tenchin, a startup of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency founded in 2019, has been utilizing AI and data collected from satellites to assess land for optimal rice production. Known as Compass, the system analyzes big data to identify ideal conditions and cultivation methods for growing higher quality rice in a global environment altered by climate change. The technology, which uses machine learning, takes into account everything from environmental to socio-economic factors to the characteristics of purposed land use, Tenchin CEO Yasuhito Sakuraba said in a press release. Back on Earth, Nagano Prefecture-based startup Emi Lab is developing a mobile, cube-shaped pesticide-spraying robot on a made-to-order basis, with each unit priced at around $15,600. The four-wheeled vehicles, which are designed to do some heavy lifting for aging farmers, are more effective at reaching the underside of leaves than airborne drones and can also be operated remotely. After a route is set, the robot tracks its location using GPS and moves at walking pace. Powered by a rechargeable battery, it can carry up to 100 liters of chemical solution. "We want to make the robots a success story so that farmers will be eager to use them," said 43-year-old Emi Lab founder Katsuto Arai. Design Future Japan and Locus Robotics to deploy robots. Design Future Japan, the Japanese arm of Material Bank, the world's largest marketplace for aggregating and sending out material samples, and Locus Robotics, the leader in autonomous mobile robotics for logistics and distribution warehouses, announced recently that they will collaborate to deploy Locus bots at Material Bank Japan in their distribution warehouse. The reason Material Bank in the US has grown into a service used by 100,000 designers in just 3 years is none other than the fact that it greatly contributed to streamlining operations related to sample requests, said Tsuyoshi Nakazawa, CEO of Design Future Japan. Survey results show that designers in the US spend nearly 40% of their time requesting samples, But in interviews with Japanese designers, we hear that they spend more time than that. We believe that how quickly we can deliver samples is also important for resolving industry issues. Locus Robotics, which has built a strong partnership with Material Bank in the US, supports the rapid and efficient logistics that make this possible. We are very pleased to be able to start this demonstration project in Japan in collaboration with this company. The two companies will deploy 25 Locus AMRs to the Material Bank Japan distribution facility in Ishikawa City, Chiba Prefecture, to deliver high productivity logistics and order fulfillment. This will improve both the working environment and sustainability through automation and streamlining of picking operations, as well as enhance the customer experience for Material Bank Japan users. This is the first deployment for Locus in the Japanese market and the third country in the APAC region following recent deployments in Singapore and Australia. Aeolus Robotics debuts humanoid robot. Aeolus Robotics has introduced AO, a dual-arm humanoid robot that performs a variety of service tasks including kiosk operation, delivery, security, elder care, and ultraviolet germicidal disinfection, according to a press release. The robot combines mobility with functionality to perform tasks such as opening doors, picking up objects, and riding elevators. AO is available as a robot as a service, and it features plug-and-play attachments along with integration with third-party developers, such as Azratech of Japan and Malibu AI in Taiwan. The dual arms have 7 degrees of freedom, allowing AO to perform tasks such as delivery or disinfection with one arm, while the other arm is free for mobility tasks such as operating elevators and opening doors. AO's vision algorithms provide a range of capabilities from determining the posture and position of residents for elder care, safety, to detecting open windows or misplaced backpacks for security services. The robot is deployed in Japan, Hong Kong, and Taipei. AO currently offers services such as night shift patrol for resident safety, delivering medical supplies across hospitals, disinfecting facilities, and patrolling throughout offices and schools for intruders and misplaced items. Asensis Surgical announces another surgical robot. Asensis Surgical announced very recently that it entered into a lease agreement with a Japanese hospital for its Senhance surgical robot. Research Triangle Park, North Carolina-based Asensis, entered the agreement with Kitakyushu General Hospital. It marks the second Senhance system leased at the hospital in the Kyushu area of Japan. Asensis placed the first one in Japan in January 2020. Kitakyushu is the first hospital to install multiple Senhance surgical robots, and it completed more than 300 procedures with the system to date. Asensis continues to expand its reach in Japan, following the recent Senhance placement in Kashiwa. Additionally, in September, Saiseikai Shiga Hospital in Rito, Japan, agreed to lease a surgical robot, which is now in order. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.